Hello and welcome back to the next to last video on this series of two pros take on a cavalry challenge, take on a 31 player map. I say it's the end because as you look around, everyone has finally gone AI. The last people that were fighting, South Canada, went AI. Also, was not going to last long with what he has left. Arabia had lost all of his African land and went AI, and quite frankly, I was going to start pushing. Tonight or tomorrow, and that would have been an extra video. But that's there. Russia was still alive, and remember how I said I was going to use Russia as an example of spies? Well, Russia is just collapsing in on itself. Livonia took its former capital, 2 provinces up top. Norway has taken 2 provinces. Austria has taken some more down here. Arabia already had that one, but the AI on the side has taken more. Pretty much everyone has just been absolutely just eating off of Russia. I'm going to show you guys what I mean. The morale map for Russia is just horrendous. The entire southern end is where I was focusing my spies, and along with up top, the places that revolted already. So, as you can see, just absolutely collapsing Russia. 18%, 35, 37, 34, 24, 17, 11, 14, 13, I already did that one, 24, 22, 50, and then you got the capital on one side of 56 and 62. But essentially, just absolute, just falling apart. Let me just check up on my espionage from the last day. I had it essentially in two provinces because those were also up around 50. So those 2 got dropped down significantly, as you can see. Just absolutely murdering. I'm essentially paying for my spies. My spies cost 116,000 per day. I captured just 130. So I made 14,000 silver off of the day change based on the spies that I had. So that's where that's at. I also just wanted to highlight one last thing before I sign off, because this is just a quick video. I have hit my 100 cavalry. I'm putting them all into one neat stack inside of my capital, but as you can see when I go through here, I've got 101. So there you go. Quite frankly, I forgot to set my queues on 2 days. I was running out of resources because once I realized I was going to be able to hit my target, I stopped playing the market. So I was relying just purely on production and occasionally on purchases from the market, and on what I was taking from captors, as well as just my morale was just stayed high the whole way through, because at the end, green across the board for my resources. I just had 0 drain essentially. My last video is going to cover how I do endgame and how I do a VP point boost, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a 2-part video, but I'm going to pause it and clip them in together. So on day 19, I'm going to do a video where I just show how and what I do for VP point boosting. Essentially, most pros that I know, that's what they do when it gets to the end game, or they need to shoot up the rankings because it's time to start getting recruited for coalitions. It's all about making yourself look good, and you can be able to collapse someone out pretty quickly who's got low morale, and that works as well. Update on Spain for their troops. They stopped making cavalry, I think, but last I counted earlier on today, 30, it says East Libya, but it's not East Libya. It's actually pulling up Spain's. 35 cavalry. My it actually is pulling up East Algeria. So let's see if there's any cavalry that East Algeria has. It'll just pull up the visible ones. Let's see. I don't see any cavalry. I thought that I had manually counted one. That I had manually counted 34. So with my manual count of 34, that would leave him 66 short. Might have had one more build since I counted. Hang on, just toggling back and forth just to speed up the capture. You're welcome, Neigh. Just the tiny things we do. If those troops were needed anywhere else, that would have been help. That would have been a good thing to get those freed up. Essentially, that's where it's at. Mop up mode. I believe that the option to retire should show up tomorrow, so we can take that retire whenever we want. I'm going to give Yowie a chance to hit 66 cavalry in the next 2.5 days, or 3.5, because since we can retire, we can do it anytime on day 20. So that won't be as much of an issue, but he should. We'll see how close he can get to hitting it. But at the very least, I set out what I wanted to do. We've got the ability to win straight away. Even if one of them comes back, just have to convince them to retire. Easy enough, but I've hit my goal for the cavalry with plenty of time to spare. Thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, and until the next time, have yourselves a good day.